What's up guys, Chicks there from Chicks Tech Reviews. I know you guys have been waiting for this one, so here it finally is. This is the latest Beelink GS King X. It's a unique 2-in-1 Android TV box, so it's running Android version 9 and it has a dual drive NAS storage built in. For those who don't know, NAS stands for Network Attached Storage. It is a dedicated file storage system that enables users to access those files wirelessly via your internet connection. So that means you can store your complete library of multimedia, photos, music and videos and watch it all on the actual TV box with the capability to access those files from anywhere using your smartphone, laptop or tablet. So this is the first time I have personally come across and tested an Android TV box with a built-in NAS system. So you can install two 3.5-inch SATA drives supporting up to 32 terabytes in total. So inside the box you will find a user manual and instructions on how to install and connect a hard drive to the NAS system. You're getting an HDMI cable, power adapter, and the voltage is 19 volts 3 amps. You're getting a pair of hard drive brackets with some spare screws. An 8GB memory card is included, and this actually contains CoreElec on the card. Remote control, most of you want to know what remote comes with this. Well, it's a familiar one. So this is an Air mouse. It's got a built-in mic. We've seen this remote control before. It's a fairly decent remote control. It does work quite well. Powered by two AAA batteries, and it uses USB wireless dongle to operate. Last but not least, the TV box itself. And here it is guys. The Beelink GS King X. As soon as they announced this box, I wanted it. It's something different. Now you've got the Beelink logo on top. You've got GS hole punched with dots. And the whole box is actually made from metal. You've got a complete metal body over here. On the front we have a skull with eyes. Now these eyes will light up when you power the box, so they will light up either green or blue, and I will show you what that looks like on the screen. Now we've got a physical power button, two USB 3 ports on the front and a micro SD card slot. You've got the DTS and Dolby Audio logo as well. And over here it looks like an infrared port for the remote control. Now on the side we've got some ventilation, and we've got a sentence here. It says, "Easy to record every bits of your life and look back at those beautiful moments." So you can chuck a hard drive in there with all your memories, all your videos, your movies, home videos, everything, and you can access it whenever you like. Not just from this TV box and the television it's connected to, but via the NAS system, you can wirelessly watch that content from work using your phone. So this is going to be interesting to test all of this. On the other side, we have more ventilation, and it says, "Tips, please do not cover the cooling air outlet." Now on the back we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. We've got RCA outputs over here, left and right. You've got balance outputs, and they are 6.35mm. At the bottom you've got your power socket, AV port, HDMI out, and this supports HDMI 2.1. You've got two more USB 3 ports, SPDIF optical, and a Gigabit LAN. So plenty of connections there on the back. Now Beelink have also maxed out the specs. So this box is powered by the S922X Hexa-core CPU combined with the Mali G5 II. You've got 4 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, dual band Wi-Fi AC. You've got a Gigabit LAN, Bluetooth version 4.1, full Android version 9, and you also got CoreElec preloaded on an 8GB card. Now this supports up to 4K at 75 frames per second, HDMI version 2.1, supports Dolby DTS audio 5.1 and 7.1 surround sound. You have Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus and HLG. If that's not enough, you're also getting an infrared Air mouse remote control. You've got a skull design with LED eyes, and of course that built-in NAS system. Now to access the hard drive caddy, we need to remove 4 screws over here, so let's just open them. Okay, so the 4 screws are open. Pull the ribbon over here. So if we just pull it off, and that is the back plate, again made from metal. So here is the caddy inside. Now I've already installed a hard drive, but I am going to pull it out just to show you how cool this is. So you can just basically pull it out. And there's my hard drive. I've got a 4 terabyte hard drive installed in here, and all I had to do was screw on these brackets, one on each side, and you can see you've got these pull hooks on there. On the bag, you've got another set. So if you want to install another hard drive, that's all you're going to need. So once you screw on both brackets on each side, you can see the SATA connection on the back. And all you're going to do is simply slot that in. So you can't really go wrong here. That's it. You feel it connected. And you close that, you can put the lid on. There is another slot available, and the system supports a maximum of 32 terabytes. Now all you do is place this lid back on and secure it with 4 screws. So before we run all our tests, I quickly want to talk about CoreElec. If you want Android, you just boot it up as standard and it will boot up in Android every single time. If you want CoreElec, you insert the micro SD into the slot at the front, and then when you power on, it will then ignore Android and it will boot up CoreElec. While you've got CoreElec open, if you want to switch to Android, you're just keeping the power button pressed, and then you're selecting reboot from eMMC NAND, and that will load up Android for you. So without any further ado, I am really looking forward to testing this beast. So let's go ahead and get this all hooked up with my TV and capture card and find out exactly what you can do with this box and if it's worth the money. I'll be right back. So first of all, I ran a boot up speed test, and this TV box took 19 seconds to fully load the home screen from a cold start. And the home screen itself is Beelink's trademark home screen. This is what you will find on mostly all recent Beelink Android TV boxes. Now you have the local date and time on the far left with a whole bunch of fixed shortcuts that cannot be changed. And on the right we have a customizable section where you can select all your favorite apps to appear in the order you desire. Now I'm also pleased to confirm that you do have your navigation menu at the bottom along with your top status bar. Now if we head over to the main settings, go to device preferences and check out system storage info, you will see that this box has 64 gigs of internal storage, from which there are 55 gigs free to use. And if we have a quick look in about, you will see that we are running full Android version 9 Pie. Now let's go ahead and check out the complete system apps. Here are all the apps available on this box as standard. I have not installed anything yet, and you do have some apps to get you started, which include Miracast, Chrome browser. You have 2 app stores, the App Market, where I immediately downloaded Netflix, Amazon Prime Video and YouTube from, but you also have the full version of the Google Play Store. Now here is where the issues began. No matter what I did, I could not access the Google Play Store. It just would not load up the sign in page. It just says checking info, couldn't sign in, try again later. I even cleared the cache and tried to install an update for the Play Store, but no matter what I tried, I could not get the Play Store open on this box. Now please note, this is an early release. I have been given this box to test and to bear in mind that everything may not work as it should. Now the box does support OTA updates, and I believe an update will sort out most of the issues that I will show you guys in this video. Now the first app I would like to test is Miracast, which is screen mirroring for your Android smartphone. Now I tested this out with my P30 Pro, and as you can see, it was quick and easy to connect, and it worked very well with very minimal lag. So now it's time to play some 4K video samples from a USB drive, and I will be doing this with the included movie player. So beginning with the high bitrate 4K Jellyfish demos, which played absolutely fine. And then I tested out 4K at 60 frames per second H.265 clips, and both of those clips also played nice and smooth. Now if you're ready for some more issues, let's move on to YouTube streaming. Now I installed YouTube from the App Market. As you saw earlier, every time you open YouTube you get a black screen and nothing more. So technically YouTube is not working and there is no Play Store to download it from. And we also had a problem with the Netflix app, which I also installed from that same App Market, and you can see the error message. Amazon Prime Video, however, worked absolutely fine. I could sign in and watch any video I like, although limited to 480p. The solution to most of my issues was APK Pure, which I downloaded directly on the box from the web browser. I was then able to download a working version of YouTube, which allowed me to stream a maximum of 4K on YouTube.
The most beautiful baby I've ever seen.
Who are you?
You can call me Andy.
I lead it.
Criminals. We run these streets. With the government.
I love this.
Wait.
What?
Listen.
So I also got a working version of Netflix from APK Pure or Aptoide TV Store. Although, as expected, Netflix streams at a maximum resolution of 540p.
One species has an almost unbelievably complex...
So moving on to the gaming test, and again, no Play Store, meaning I had to sideload the games or install them from Aptoide TV or APK Pure. So next up, I restarted the box with the CoreElec microSD card installed, and to my surprise, nothing happened. You just get a faded out Beelink logo and it does not proceed from this point. So unfortunately, I could not load CoreElec on this box. So here is a quick look at that internal 4TB hard drive, which I loaded up with lots of movies and videos, and the system was able to run any video format that I tested, from TS, MP4, MOV, AVI and MKVs. Playback was nice and smooth, and it was very fast to navigate through all the folders. So having your entire multimedia collection of movie, music and photos at your fingertips is definitely a plus point. And I have to say, I quite enjoyed this feature. So for you advanced users, DRM info actually shows Google Widevine level 1, which is a little strange. And here is CPUZ, where you can check out the clock speeds. You can see we are running the Mali G52. This box does have Android version 9 and comes rooted as standard. Now coming to the internet speed test, we first tested out the Ethernet speeds, and I did achieve more or less my top speed of 51 megabits per second download and 18 megabits per second upload. So thereafter, running a Wi-Fi speed test, we achieved 50 megabits per second download and 18 megabits per second upload. And here are the results when testing out the internal storage speeds. We achieved read 119 megabytes per second and write speeds of 114 megabytes per second. So that brings us to our benchmarks, beginning with Geekbench multi-score of 3312. And in the latest version of Antutu, we achieved 107K. So let's see how this compares with the others. So here is my top Android TV box chart of 2020, showing you the latest TV boxes and seeing how they compare with each other. And as you can see, the Beelink GS King X has achieved position 7 on this chart with a benchmark score of 107K, and I've given it a rating of 4 out of 5. So there you have it guys, that was the Beelink GS King X. So here are my thoughts on this box. You have a device here which has sparked a lot of interest, even though it's priced much higher than the number one box Nvidia Shield TV. You have a built-in NAS system supporting dual 3.5-inch drives. I installed one 4TB drive, loaded it up with all my multimedia, and the videos play super smooth with no issues. You can play any video format, including Blu-ray rips. However, I could not register on the smartphone app no matter how many times I tried, so I could not actually test out the NAS features, apart from playing what's on the drives locally. Also, the Google Play Store refused to work. This is again very inconvenient. Now, I know this is one of the first models and everything may not work as it should, but it seems like the basics are not working on this box. So I had to sideload every single app I tested, which is not a big deal for me as I have a single USB stick which has all the APKs I need, but I can't help feeling that this box could have been much better had Beelink done a little testing before sending this out to me. Now let's quickly discuss what actually worked well after I installed the apps. So YouTube streamed quite well at 4K 60 frames per second. You can also run high bitrate 4K videos from USB and internal drives. I achieved my top Wi-Fi and Ethernet speeds. Now I know there is some speculation and concern that the Wi-Fi may not be stable due to the complete metal body construction, but I can confirm I achieved my top Wi-Fi speed. The internet connection was completely stable, it did not drop out at any time, and I was able to stream constantly with a smooth and stable connection and no buffering issues at all. Now games play very well. There are no frame drops at all or lag. You can feel the power of this box when you're playing games like PUBG Mobile and Asphalt 9. Now bottom line, I gave this box a 4 out of 5 even though it comes with a whole bunch of issues. Now the reason is the design, the build quality and the performance and power it will give you. So this means that you can run anything you like on this box, including game emulation, and it will handle it like a breeze. The fact that you have massive internal storage options means a complete library of content can be watched offline. Now you have a decent home screen. My internet connections were fast on both wired and wireless. Now there are a few shortcomings which I mentioned already, and I totally trust Beelink to resolve these, and I will follow up in the pinned comments of this video with all the updates and fixes as they occur. Furthermore, yes, it's an expensive box, but it's the only TV box of its kind with the power of the S922X chipset along with a built-in dual NAS drive. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of this box. If you have any questions or anything you'd like me to test on this box, then do let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a brilliant day. I'll see you guys in the next one.